Good morning, class, and welcome back to Hot School. Hope you had yourselves a good recess. In today's lesson, we will be going over Kerrigan, the Queen of Blades herself, who excels at burst damage, engaging, hard engage on the enemies, can do a little bit of CC, and is able to regenerate by creating herself some shields. Without going too much further into it, let's get right into this game.
Wait till they get a load of me.
Alrighty, so we find ourselves in Hanamura Temple. On the friendly team, we've got Kerrigan, Muradin, Asmodan, Tyrande, and Junkrat versus Tassadar, Anubarak, Sergeant Hammer, Nova, and Ana. Big things that we're going to have to watch out here is basically them using Sergeant Hammer to just post up and us not being able to get into Sergeant Hammer. If their Sergeant Hammer takes the ability to be unstoppable, that is going to be quite problematic for both us, our Muradin, Tyrande, Junkrat. Basically what we have to hope for is that we'll be able to punch that Sergeant Hammer out of position. At level 1, we're going to take Fury of the Swarm. What this does is we gain 10% more shields from basic attacks. And after casting our Ravage ability, which is our Q ability, Kerrigan's next basic attack within 3 seconds splashes for 100% of the damage to targets around it. Our Q ability is called Ravage. We basically select a target and we go dive at them, dealing some damage. It holds 2 charges. What is significant about Ravage is if in the event that you get a kill or something dies within 1.5 seconds of you using Ravage on it, you get refunded your charge, so you can kind of hop around as you want. Our W ability is called Impaling Blades. After a short period of time, we cast a little dealy here, and a bunch of spikes come up from that position, dealing damage to the target. Our E ability is called Primal Grasp, and it pulls enemies in on that cone that you see there. So Kerrigan is all about doing the classic Kerrigan combo. Ugh. Need to get rid of these minions, man. Other than all these Anubarak things is not going to be fun. Our trade ability is we gain 10% of the damage that we do as shields. That was what enhanced by our level 1 ability, giving us an additional 10%. So it's essentially like 20% of the basic attack damage done.
I am the swarm. I can sense your fear.
And that's the Kerrigan combo right there. You throw down your W ability and then throw your E ability to pull the target in. Really, we should have Junkrat up here. Junkrat would be a much better counter to Tassadar than I, because Tassadar has the ability to slow us and will phase shift whenever we are about to get a combo off on him. It's okay though. I want him to push out this wave a little bit. He pushes out the wave to us, then and we're just gonna walk right on out. If he pushes the wave to us, then I can use the towers to help me take out the wave. I'd rather have the wave kind of on our side a little bit. At level 4, we're going to take Kinetic Fulmination, which basically, after we deal damage to targets up to 10 times, as you can see here, down here in the bottom, it is counting up as we are doing our basic attack damage right now. That's going to increase our next W ability, Impaling Blades, by 10% for everything that we do, up to a total of 100% extra damage. We're gonna go ahead and just take out this thing. Gotta make sure that we stay on top of that because we want to keep that XP going.
No mercy. My conquest.
Go ahead and take out that Tassadar because he got overzealous.
Never cross the queen.
And we're gonna go ahead and head towards the payload here. We got knocked back.
No time like
Put that stun under that Nova. Jump on that Anubarak stuff to go ahead and get some of that. Nice. Got the kill on the Sergeant Hammer. I'm gonna go back to the lane, get XP, and grab these regens. Level 7, we are going to take... We're going to take Bladed Momentum, which damage that we deal to heroes is going to give us back our basic abilities. We're just kind of doing Ravage in and then following up with the basic attack from that, just to do a little bit of damage to this Tassadar and keep him kind of off of us here. Because we were able to get that kill on that Tassadar there, that put them at a disadvantage going into the payload, which ended up letting us go ahead and win that objective.
boldly.
And so right now what I'm doing is I'm just ravaging in so that my next attack does that splash damage. And then what that's doing is allowing me to get a lot of shields. So we can just have these shields. I don't care if Tassadar is hitting us with whatever he's hitting us with, as long as we have shields, because we're going to be okay.
I can sense you.
So you just ravage in, get that basic attack damage to get our shields up, and good to go. Since we are ahead on our wave, let's go see, is Tassadar trying to do this thing here? What is Tassadar doing? Where's old Tassie at? Well, they're getting kills down there, so I'm gonna let that just be a thing. Okay, they were taking on the little samurai. That was a bad call by their Tassadar because it allowed us to get a whole extra wave of XP on them. Level 10. In this case, I'm actually gonna take the Ultralisk. We're gonna go ahead and just take out that there. Hey, sweet.
Timing.
Yeah. Alright, so I'll summon Ultralisk. So after 0.5 seconds, an Ultralisk comes flying out from our direction here. Excuse me. It does a stun upon hitting, as you saw there. Ooh, you lucky. What you got, Kerrigan? Oh, wait, no, I'm Kerrigan. What you got, Nova? We're gonna follow that hammer. Oh! God, we weren't able to kill it because this Tassadar came up with the shield. It's counting on a little bit more damage from the 4 other people here, but unfortunately we're unable to get it. I should be able to get that Ana kill and probably get more.
Deployment in progress.
Maybe? Yeah.
No time like the present.
Coming down here to rejoin the team. Oh, you can't haymaker somebody who's unstoppable. Well, I mean, you can. It's just going to do damage. It's not going to do anything else, though. Alright, we're almost here. We're here now. Time for the fight to stop. The other ult that you can get with Kerrigan is called Maelstrom. It does a big circle of damage kind of around there. It's kind of a ticking damage. Not a ton of damage, per se, but what it helps do is it helps build up her shields. We're not taking that in this case because I want the extra stun is primarily what we're wanting here. And we're just weaving our impaling blades in there as we get up to 10 stacks on our kinetic fulmination. And we gotta, so the big thing you gotta watch out for with Kerrigan is you know, a lot like with a lot of other dive heroes, is you just gotta wait for the right opportunity to dive in.
I am the an excellent healer. Ladies and gentlemen,
I'm gonna go ahead and put down that
I take no
that turret, help push off that Sergeant Hammer a little bit. I'm gonna stay with the payload. I don't have help to be messing around with all that. Well. Okay.
We are without limit. I take no
An excellent kill.
Oof. Okay. So as you saw there, we were able to get in our Ravage and get that kill up there on that Nova, which let us get another Ravage and jump back down. Now we did end up dying because we were just low on health, but we were able to go in and cause enough of a ruckus and get back our shields that we're able to live a little bit longer and do some of that damage. They should be able to win this. Hey. Oh, and Nubarak, yeah, they definitely got that now. With the Nubarak down, there's nothing they're gonna be able to do. Okay. That's a plan. Almost. Misplaced duck there. They're still gonna be able to get the objective, which is cool. We're just gonna go ahead and get going on this thing here. We're gonna steal this turret while we wait.
They will surely feel this loss.
Come up here, kind of help out.
You're in my way.
We have destroyed a fort together.
This world is
Oh man.
Now they are dead. Good for you.
I can
I'm gonna go ahead and take out this tower here using this turret.
Excellent kill. All right.
You know what? I'm done here. Alright, so we're gonna rejoin the team down here. And yeah, that's the biggest thing with Kerrigan, is just making sure that you're watching for the right time to dive in with your Ravage, as you are very susceptible to everything if it is the wrong time.
Good timing.
No more forts. Choose a talent.
No mercy.
Level 16, we are going to take Painful Spikes. What this does is, after hitting a target with our impaling spikes, all the damage they take from us in the next, how long is it?
Retreat is not
Next 6 times they take damage within the next 5 seconds, they take additional damage. Now that does pair better with Maelstrom, as that is a continuously ticking damage.
I take no.
However, we're still going to take it for that extra burst damage for the event that we do dive in on them.
Nothing stops the swarm.
Enslave these mercenaries.
Boldly.
And we're just going to sit here, going to take down the samurai, keep this lane pressure. Ugh! Oh, you bastard. Alright, let's come down here and try to help out the team.
You in my like the present. The payload will be redeployed shortly. I can sense your fear.
Jump on that Ana if we can. Oh, you put me to sleep.
The swarm is soon on.
Just keep pulling people in. Keep them close to us. Okay, we can't do anything else.
Escort
We didn't have the Ravage up quite yet.
on my way.
But we can go ahead and push this payload, and while we're pushing the payload, they're gonna have the camp pushing here, so they're gonna have to choose whether to stop that camp, which will definitely take the keep, or stop us.
This world is mine.
And that's a waste of an ult out of their Ana. But we'll take that. Hey, and it looks like we are cocooned.
My conquest.
We're gonna go ahead and dive on that Ana. I didn't use my turret. That was my bad. I shouldn't have dove in on that. All right, well they got the Sergeant Hammer out. Sergeant Hammer's the big one that needs to be taken care of, because Sergeant Hammer means that we have you know, we just got that area denial there. That was a misplay by us. I was following who was it with me? I think it was Muradin. We were both kind of going in on that. Drop a dunk! Dunk them! Thank you. Alright, we are headed back.
Here I come.
So while headed back, we're gonna go ahead and drink some coffee. As that is important.
I am the sworn.
Oh, Junkrat going balls deep. He's gonna pay for that.
You're in my way.
We're gonna go ahead and put that Ultralisk onto that Sergeant Hammer. Ultralisk secured the kill. We're gonna jump onto this Ana here. Get that kill, then we're gonna come back on this Nova, fake Nova, other fake Nova, and kill this Anubarak. And we're gonna go ahead and take out that Nova, and we're gonna go ahead and push the payload. So that was an example of how to fight with Kerrigan, as I've showed you pretty much every example of how not to here thus far.
Thanks. I needed that.
Throw down our Impaling Blades, because it's going to do that 100% extra damage. Go ahead and call that good. Gonna come up here. Oh man, we're gonna have a serious push. And you know what, I'm gonna take out these minions so we can have more
Play them all.
coming up with us.
Choose a
I want those catapults up here. Alright.
talent gone forever. Now they are dead.
At level 20, we took Psionic Shift, which is basically Bolt of the Storm. Allows us to teleport short distance, dealing damage.
Killing spree.
You know what? We can't really do anything here.
We are without limit.
We're gonna go ahead and
No more forts.
we're gonna go ahead and teleport out.
Bold.
Really? You're really gonna chase me down this far? I'll come back. What? Oh, Muradin. We could have taken out that Anubarak. I don't need a healer.
I take no.
I just need minions to hit.
All right.
Avoid that big ass missile.
Let us enslave these
Yeah.
mercenaries.
Yeah, I'm with that, Asmo. Oh. I guess not. Wait here in case they come this direction. Doesn't look like that's gonna be a thing. Okay, well we'll go ahead and we'll take on our camps. We can do this one relatively easy.
Make your peace. On my way.
And once again, just use it. You making sure that once we get to like 10 on our kinetic fulmination, then that's when we go ahead and use our impaling blades, so we get that extra damage. That's why our impaling blades is doing, you know, up to almost 800 damage. They are gonna be on their camp here. We popped that early.
Take 'em.
Ah, that's okay. Still got the kill.
Good eat.
One day I'll be back.
No time like the present.
I guess we can take on take out their camp here. So let's come in here, soften those up with Asmo.
Time like the present.
All right. Oh, you know, we should be able to push. I guess we could just go for the payload,
Escort the payload.
but either pushing or payload would be fine. We got the turret, so
I am the
let's
sword.
play it safe. So far, we're doing okay. I mean, we're not doing the most damage in the world, but Kerrigan's really strong on her burst ability. When she first came out with her recent rework, she was ridiculous in the amount of shields she was able to generate. You couldn't kill her. Like, it was just a thing.
We are without limit. Second. Have you in my
Just go ahead and teleport. Keep ourselves alive.
no time like the present?
Oh. Oh, come on, man! Every time!
Two killed.
Pretty much every single damn time that we've had an engagement. This stupid ass, a little too far away for our combo there. Oh man, we almost flipped over this thing. Okay, well we won, so there's that. We may or may not have been the most impactful on the team, and by may or may not, we definitely were not. But
This is a good thing.
but we played well enough. If we didn't get cocooned every single time we went in, that would have been nice. But you know, it is what it is. Yeah, we got 7 mercenary captures. It's kind of iffy. See, okay, we died 3 times. Yeah, we led in XP, so yeah, we contributed definitely by getting XP. That was our goal that time. So going over the talents that we chose. So level 1, we took Fury of the Swarm. This was so that we could get more shields from our basic attacks. And so when we were clearing out waves, we can kind of get a chunk of shields real quick. And that synergized really well with our level 13 ability, Volatile Power, which increased the amount of shields that we, from the damage that we dealt by 10%. It reduced the duration of it by 3%, or by 3 seconds, but we got an additional 10% of the damage that we dealt. And like, for instance, when we were using our Impaling Blades doing almost 800 damage, that's 80 more in health, i.e. shields, for everything that we hit. So that's a very considerable amount of shielding that we're getting, so sustain. At level 4, we took Kinetic Fulmination. What this did is, so this increased the amount of damage that our Impaling Blades did by 10 seconds and just by damaging things, up to 100% more damage. And that's where a huge chunk of our damage came from on our Impaling Blades ability. Level 7, we took Bladed Momentum. This was so that as we were doing damage to heroes, we got a cooldowns reduced on our basic abilities so that we could actually go ahead and do more Ravages and more Impaling Blades. Level 10, we took Summon Ultralisk. The main reason I took this as opposed to Maelstrom in this case was because I wanted the extra stun. Because the hammer did take the talent so that their shield made them unstoppable, but between Murden Stun, I have, you know, essentially 2 positional things. Tyrande, I just wanted as many stuns out there as we could possibly have. At level 16, we took Painful Spikes. Excuse me. Painful Spikes, and this was just so that we could improve our Impaling Blades damage additionally more so. And at level 20, we took Psionic Shift, and this allowed us to teleport. Used it more as an escape rather than an engage, but it does do damage when you engage. Other talents that we could have chosen. So at level 1, I see every now and again people taking Assimilation Mastery. So globes grant shields. And so that's really good if you're fighting in lanes or over objectives or something, and you just get some regen globes. Kind of helps with your sustain. Level 4, if you take Sharpened Blades, you can continue to get your Q ability, so your Ravage. You can increase the damage on that, which can be very useful. See, I don't really. I mean, all of these are about getting cooldown reduction. Boundless Fury is one that you see pretty often, which allows you to gain an extra charge of Ravage for hitting a hero with Ravage, which essentially gives you like three charges. The only other thing that I would have changed really on the build that we did is if we took Maelstrom, then we would have gotten more use out of Volatile Power, because then all the damage that we're doing with Maelstrom is being increased by Volatile Power for the amount of shields that we get. So that really helps us out as far as our sustain if we were in a fight that we were going to be in there for a while. But really with all the stuns that we had, it was about winning that fight as quickly as possible, because sustain is not on our side in that instance with that comp that we were going against specifically. Level 20, the Torresk. Is a really fun talent too. So when our Ultralisk dies, basically an egg spawns, and then after 4 seconds, the new Ultralisk is born from that egg. It's really useful especially if you find yourself dead, but it can be very problematic if you're sticking it to like a Chromie or something like that, which is where the Ultralisk really shines. Is really kind of keeping backliners like mages and stuff occupied, trying to worry about themselves and not be able to deal damage as much to the team fight that is currently happening. But with that, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. That is Kerrigan. The next one's going to be Kerrigan. And with that, we'll see you guys all next time. Hey guys, thank you so much for watching the video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did like it, be sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel if you'd like to see more gaming content. It really helps me out. It doesn't cost me anything. Thank you again. Have a great day.